another Friday, and we are going to continue on with what we've been talking about in terms of harvest. And if you can't already tell, I'm in a moving vehicle, which just happens to be the semi. We are straight from the field and we are at the elevator. So just want to kind of show you what happens at the elevator. So right here, we call this the probing station. And you can see that green roofed building over there. From where we're at, they are taking a sample of what is in the trailer of the semi, and they're going to take different spots, pick different samples within the entire trailer. This helps to determine if there's any dockage for what, like kind of some of the impurities along with the beans that are in there. And they also kind of test the weight of it.
Moisture and test weight.
Yeah, there's a moisture and test weight associated with that. So we're stopped here. It gives us kind of a little red light, green light sign here. They tell us to wait, and then once they have what they need, then they give us the green light to go ahead. So as you recall, if you were with us last week, we were actually in the fields and looking at harvest in the field and combining. So now we're taking those beans from the field and bringing it here. We're actually at Legacy in Astoria. So when we bring it here, this is where the farmers decide whether they're going to sell it, whether they're going to delay the pricing, or whether they have to fulfill a contract. So that's all in the markets, and I have actually talked to the grain marketer here at Legacy, and she will be on, the plan is for her to be on with me next week to kind of talk about that piece of ag business and or that career within agriculture. So let's turn this around here. We're going to go to the next point. So that's the plan for next week. So we're just going to continue on with that harvest theme and what grain markets actually kind of entail. So here we're coming up to kind of the station. They're going to tell us where we need to go to dump the beans. And then
RC Coleman contract.
okay, so in case you didn't hear what Eric said, he said RC Coleman contract. That just means that they have already contracted this load. The lighting is okay. There we go. They have already contracted this load, so it's basically sold, and they just need to fill the bushels that are required for that. So he could also say whatever entity it is, RC Coleman, to sell, or if they're waiting on future pricing, that's kind of the indication that they have to give at that station. So let's flip it back around. Okay, where are we going? Okay, so then we're given a location of where to go. So we're dumping in 3 and 4. So this is actually where the beans are going to come off of the trailer, and then a system will take the beans into one of these giant bins. But what's important here is that we have to weigh before and then after, so that we know the weight of the crop that's coming in. So you can kind of see the size of these bins. And what we'll probably talk about more next week is the location of this elevator is right beside the railroad tracks. So we're, then taking these crops elsewhere by rail cars. Okay, so now we're going to head out and watch the beans get dumped, and then it'll get moved into the bins. by the elevator here. They control the movement of all the grain throughout here. So, and actually I'm mistaken, that was just one bay of the trailer that's been empty. So if you want to hang around and watch some more beans come out, you can do that. Okay, so just like that, both hoppers of the trailer are empty. So now we have to make sure that whomever was on the truck when we did the initial weigh, those same people have to be in the truck when you do the final weigh. So this will give us a weight for all of the crops that were in the wagon. So we're just getting that final weight. And then we'll get the green light and head back to the field. Okay, so we got the green light to go ahead. It also prints out a scale ticket, which will help us calculate the bushels. So, all right, that's a true live video. I hope you guys have enjoyed our trip to the elevator for part of bean harvest. As I mentioned, last week we were in the combine, actually combining the beans. Today we took a trip to the elevator so you can see all the pieces of that. Now typically when it is busy time and there's lots of trucks, it usually does not go that fast. There is usually a waiting period, so that was really quick. So we're back to the fields. As I mentioned, next week we will have Legacy's grain marketer. If all goes as planned, she'll be on and we'll talk about that career in ag. So previously we talked about agribusiness careers, so she'll kind of give an insight to that, but not only that, how grain markets work and what she does in her role. So with that, you guys have a great rest of your Friday, a wonderful weekend, and we'll check you back next week for another Farm Back